Hi, welcome back. So there's been a lot of comments about how to catch the legendary Pokemon. And when they first came out, I caught 8 out of the first 10 that I tried. By the end of the week, I ended up with 9 Articuno, and I'm currently at 4 Moltres and 5 Lugia. And while I'm catching all of these, there's people that I'm raiding with who didn't catch any until after, I think, 17 raids. And I know there's more of you out there who are struggling to catch them. And sometimes I look over people's shoulders, or I watch how they're catching, and there's more that you can be doing. And I want to share with you guys some of the things that I do to make sure that I have the best chance to catch those legendaries. Because there are a few simple things that people are not doing that they could be doing. So first off, this chart says it all, or says so much of it. Everybody should already be using golden raspberries. That's kind of a given. It does increase your chances by a lot. The catch bonuses by type isn't something you can really control. That just increases the longer you've played the game. And you can't really control that during when you're actually catching the legendary. But the biggest thing that I see people neglecting is the curveball. And if you look at this chart, let's just look at great, because great is what most people are aiming for. And with the max bonuses, using the golden raspberry, you can expect your great throw to have an 8% catch rate with a straight ball. And just by throwing the curveball increases that up to 13%, which is huge. And if you look at different points on the chart, just for simplicity's sake, it almost doubles your catch rate just by throwing the curveball. So if you've been struggling with keeping those legendaries in the ball, start using curveballs. Practice on normal Pokemon, practice out in the wild through your day, practice that curveball so that when you get to legendaries, you've got the hang of it and you'll get the better chance to catch it. If you want to go for the excellent throws, there is a way where you can hold the ball down and let the circle shrink and get it to your excellent size, and then take your finger off and then wait till it attacks and then throw the ball, and it will resume at the excellent size right before it hits. That's the other biggest thing that people should be doing, is since you have a limited number of tries, the biggest thing you can do, even more than the curveball, is make sure that you're actually hitting it on all of your tries. If you have 5 tries or 10 tries, you want to make sure that every single try you're actually getting it into the ball and getting a chance to roll that dice. If you're missing it completely, that's your fault. You need to work on your aim. But if you're throwing it and it moves, or it attacks right as you throw it, those are things that you can actually control, and you should never miss a ball because it moved out of the way or because it attacked as you threw. Some people only actually hit it like 3 out of their 10 times because it kept being aggressive and it kept moving while they were throwing. So what you need to do is wait till it attacks. Don't throw the ball unless it attacks. When it attacks, do your wind-up curveball, and release it right before the animation finishes, so that as it finishes, your ball hits. That way you're guaranteed to actually close the ball on it, and then you just have to hope that your 13% catch rate pays off. But if you have 10 tries and you land all 10 of those, your 13% times 10, you have a pretty good chance to catch it, if you're actually landing it in there. To make sure that you get the most amount of chances, it is hard to control how many chances you actually get, but there are a couple small things you can do. Use an optimal team to make sure that you're doing the most damage. I see some people valuing type advantage over their actual Pokemon strength. I see people like battling Articuno with Rapidash, and even though it's a fire type which is supposed to be ice type, having a team of Rapidashes is worse than having a team of, say, Vaporeon, who isn't type advantage, But since all those Rapidash die so fast, and then they go back and they're wasting time resetting up their team, picking 6 more Rapidash, and then they all die again, and they're losing out on so much time because of their team dying, and because their Pokemon aren't even lasting long enough to use their charge moves or anything. So using stronger normal types in some cases are better than using the weak type advantage. Having your 5 damage doing super effective doubled to 10 damage is still less than Vaporeon doing the 15 damage just without type advantage. And I kind of made up those numbers as just an example. You can try to keep control of the gyms. That sometimes gives you a bonus. It's been glitched recently. But the one other way that you can control it is battle with people on your team. Find a local group. There's a lot of like Facebook chats and Discord groups, and there are ways to connect with other people on your team. And if you get your team together and battle with them, you'll always get that bonus for the team damage dealt. And that'll increase the number of throws that you get, which if you're using your Golden Raspberry, you're throwing those curveballs, and you're throwing after it attacks, and you're actually landing every ball that you have, you should start to catch a lot more. So one more thing that I wanted to add here is, after trying different methods all week and testing things out with how I'm catching, I just decided today that another way that I'll start improving my overall catch rate in the future. All week I was focusing on getting excellent throws, and so I would make the circle as small as possible and I would try to land the excellence to get the highest catch rate. However, since I wasn't actually landing every excellent throw, a lot of them were landing outside the circle, and so I was only getting the normal throw, which is significantly lower. And so all week I had less success catching legendaries than normal, and so today I changed my strategy and I caught every raid that I attempted today. And what I did differently is, instead of trying to get excellent every time and failing and just getting 2 or 3 out of the 8 to 10 throws excellent and the rest of them just being normal, I just focused on great throws, and I hit every throw as a great throw. And so even though excellent is the best catch rate, when I'm only landing 25% of my throws, it lowers my overall capture average. And so what I found is that instead of landing some excellents and most normals, I just went for great throws all the time, because I could land all great throws, and I ended up catching a lot more. So, like Lugia, for example, is a lot bigger circle, and I can still go for excellence, but for some of them that are farther away or smaller circles, from now on I'm going to just focus on landing every ball I have as a great throw, and I think that's going to give me an overall best chance of catching it. So I hope you've learned something. I hope I've been able to improve your chances at catching your legendaries. Good luck out there, have fun, catch 'em all.